Hello, and welcome to a video about vertical dilations. A dilation is a type of transformation when a function is multiplied by some number that either stretches or compresses the function vertically, so up or down. When I think about dilations, I think about it as getting either steeper or flatter, so maybe more vertical or more horizontal. Now, we practiced the distributive property last week because we are going to be applying that very method, the multiplying. With vertical translations, we added or subtracted. Now we're going to multiply. So first, just like we did with vertical translations, we're going to practice just writing the new function, and then we'll think about graphing it. All right, so write the equation of the transform function. We have f of x, which is 5x minus 8. And we're going to find g of x where we multiply -3 by f of x. So to find g of x, we're going to have -3 times 5x minus 8. Now, right here, I have a little dot for times, but here I'm using parentheses because they're essentially the same thing. Okay, just wanted to let us know that. Now, let's do the distributive property. Take -3 and multiply it into the parentheses. -3 times 5x is -15x. -3 times -8 is +24. Biggest mistakes I see here is forgetting about the negative that goes with that 8. All right. Let's try letter B. H of x is 6 over 7 plus x plus 2. We're going to find r of x by multiplying h of x by 7. Now, I know it kind of looks intimidating because there's a fraction, but I'll show you how to do fraction multiplication. I'll remind you, or of course, you're always welcome to use your calculator. First, I'm going to write that rx equals 6 over 7x plus 2, because we are multiplying h of x by 7. Okay, first when I do 7 times 6 over 7, I'll remind you over here on the side how we multiply fractions. Oh, whoops. Oh, what did I just do? Okay, there we go. So when I do 7 times 6 over 7, I have to remind myself that 7 is actually 7 over 1. Right? When we were practicing slope, we were making whole numbers into fractions by doing them over 1. Okay, now when we multiply fractions, we multiply straight across. Okay, 7 times 6 is 42. 1 times 7 is 7. 42 over 7 is 6. All right, again, you could have just put that in your calculator. This little part, 7 times 6 over 7, and you would have gotten 6. So 7 times 6 over 7x is 6x. And then 7 times +2 is +14. Onwards we go. Letter C has the same idea with fractions, so I'll show you on the side how I do it by hand. And then, you're always welcome to do it in your calculator. Okay, so I'm going to be multiplying a of x by q of x. I mean, by -1/3 to get q of x. My bad. All right, so let's rewrite it as -1/3, and then parentheses to signify we're multiplying, 6x minus 15. All right, again, you could do this part in your calculator, but let me show you by hand. All right, -1/3 times 6, but remember 6 is 6 over 1. All right, across we go. First of all, negative times positive is what? It's negative. Good. All right, 1 times 6 is 6. 3 times 1 is 3. 6 over 3 is 2, so the negative comes along, -2. So -1/3 times 6x is -2x. And then we're going to multiply -1/3 by -15. Again, you can do this in your calculator, or let me show you by hand. Negative 15 as a fraction is negative 15 over 1. Negative times negative is positive. All right, so we're going to have a positive fraction. 1 times 15 is 15, and 3 times 1 is 3. 15 over 3 is 5. Negative 13 times negative 15 is positive 5. Did I say 13? Negative 1/3 times negative 15. Oh my gosh. Silly Gumin. All right, let's actually perform the dilations now. So in these problems, I already graphed the original graph. We're going to do that multiplying, and then we'll graph the new graph. All right. So we are given that f of x equals 2x minus 2. There it is on the graph on the right side. We are going to graph g of x, and we're going to find g of x by doing 3 times f of x. Let's do it. 3 times 2x is 6x. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. So g of x is, and let's just put it as a fraction, 6 over 1x minus 6. That'll just make it easier to graph. Okay, remember, we start with b. This is our beginning. So I'm going to put a dot on negative 6. This is our slope. Since it's positive, we're going to go up 6 spaces and to the right 1 space. Oh, I don't like that I did that in purple. Let's do this. Okay, perfect. Now you're going to take a ruler or your ID, a nice straight edge, and you're going to connect those dots. I'm going to go up 6 to the right 1 just one more time to make my line a little nicer since I don't have a good ruler to use. Yes, there is a way to make an arrow on, or like a straight line on OneNote, but then I get so obsessed with making it perfect, it wastes more time. Okay, so we multiplied by 3 and our line became steeper. It's becoming more vertical. All right, let's try letter B. Whoa. Where we're going to multiply by a fraction, by a half. Let's see what happens when we multiply by a number smaller than 1. Right, I'm given r of x, and it's already on the graph, and I'm going to find s of x by multiplying rx by a half. Okay, so we have 1/2 times negative x plus 4. 1/2 times negative x is negative 1/2 x, because remember, this is actually invisible negative 1. Then we got 1/2 times 4, which is positive 2. Okay, so s of x is negative 1/2 x plus 2. Okay, so this is our beginning. This is our b. So I'm going to put a dot on 2 on the y-axis. Now I'm going to follow my slope. It's negative 1/2, so it's down 1 to the right 2. Down 1 to the right 2. I'm going to keep following that pattern until I run out of room, just so I have a nice accurate graph. You, however, if you're doing it at home on paper, on these notes, you can just connect 2 dots. All you need in order to make a nice line is 2 dots and a straight edge. Okay. Okay. So we multiplied by a fraction, and it looks like our line is getting flatter. Okay, let's take a look at letter C. Here I'm multiplying by negative 1. Let's see what happens there. I'm given f of x, which is already graphed, and I'm going to find g of x by doing negative 1 times negative 2/3 x minus 4. Let's distribute. Negative 1 times negative 2/3 is positive 2/3, right? Negative times negative is positive, and 1 times anything is itself. So the same goes here. Negative 1 times negative 4 is positive 4. So g of x is 2/3 x plus 4. 4 is our beginning, so I'm going to put a dot on 4. Then my slope is 2/3, so I'm going to go up 2 to the right 3. That's all you need to make a nice straight line. I'm going to make a couple more points just to make it more accurate. Whoops. Up 2 to the right 3. 3. Down to left 3. There we go. So here, it doesn't look like it made it any steeper or flatter. It just took the line and flipped it. It reflected it. That's essentially what happens when we just multiply by a negative. Is that it for our notes? That's it for our notes. Fantastic. If you have any questions, please let me know. Or whoever's helping you out, let them know. Otherwise, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and, yeah. Bye!